Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is the MBTI personality type assessment of Lisa Marie Presley. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to underline something about my book. It is written from a health science point of view. In other words, we'll be looking at the anatomy, physiology, brainwave dominance, the hormones, the dominant neurotransmitters, and so forth of the 16 MBTI personality types. And based on this information, you can identify your own brain type. And since I advocate that like attract like, then you can better determine who's the best romantic partner for you long term. Let's go back to the topic at hand. When we look at the 16 MBTI personality types, they can be grouped into four main ones. The first ones are sensor judgers, the second sensor perceivers, the third intuitive thinkers, and the last one intuitive feelers. Based on my observations, Lisa Marie Presley is a sensor perceiver, and I will explain why. I have some notes on screen so I don't miss anything. Lisa Marie Presley was born on February the 1st, 1968 in Memphis, Tennessee. She passed away unfortunately on January the 12th, 2023 at age 54 of an apparent cardiac arrest. She was an American singer and songwriter. She was the only child of Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley and their only heir to a $100 million fortune. Her musical career consisted of 3 studio albums, To Whom It May Concern in 2003, Now What in 2005, and Storm and Grace in 2012. The album To Whom It May Concern was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America. Her charity work and humanitarian efforts included the Elvis Presley Foundation, joining relief efforts for Hurricane Katrina, and also Dream Factory in London for children who are diagnosed with terminal diseases. On June 24th, 2011, Presley was officially honored by the governor of Tennessee, who proclaimed a day of recognition for her charitable efforts. In terms of her personal life, in 1988, she married Danny Keough and divorced him in 1994. They had 2 children together, Riley and Benjamin. Unfortunately, her son, Benjamin, committed suicide on July the 12th, 2020. So it was very difficult for her. I think she never really recovered. On May the 26th, 1994, 20 days after her divorce from Keough, Presley married singer Michael Jackson. Obviously, she's in the king of pop. They divorced in 1996, only 2 years later. Then she married Nicolas Cage in 2002. Then she was divorced from him in 2004. In 2006, she married her 4th husband, Michael Lockwood. In 2008, she gave birth to fraternal twins, Harper and Finley, and she divorced Lockwood in 2021. Her net worth at her death was around $16 million, which is a big difference from when she inherited $100 million when she was 25. So she went through all this money and in rather short period of time. She also had issues with addiction to opioids because after she gave birth to her twins, the doctor gave her that and she got hooked. So that was she was going through a lot of ups and downs. So it was a challenging time for her. Now, again, when I look at her life, how can I determine that she's most likely a sensor perceiver? It has one of the signs is that her career choice. So she became a singer-songwriter, and I mean, it must have been really sort of like difficult, following on the footstep of a legend like her father. But again, when it comes to sensor perceivers, these are people who do, go for these type of professions. So in other words, you'll see them either in business or even they could be athletes or even photographers, writers, and so forth. So the fact that she was attracted to the entertainment industry is not surprising. And obviously, if a person decides to follow that path, there are no guarantees. So center perceivers are the type of people who like to take risks. So this is not surprising that she would not only decide to sing, but also write her own songs. The other point also that I've noticed with center perceivers is that even how they dress, you'll see that they're the type of people who don't mind trying different haircuts or in terms of makeup or even tattoos, because she had even a tattoo that was a match with even her son. So Lisa Marie Presley is obviously someone who doesn't mind taking risks in terms of her career, but also in terms of her personal life. I mean, the fact that she married Michael Jackson means that she doesn't mind going against the grain and also having all this media attention on her. That since she's a feeler, she most likely has introverted feeling as a first or second function stack, which means that she emphasizes authenticity. People have mentioned that Lisa Marie is the type of person who is very direct and honest. She doesn't put up airs. So in other words, if you ask her a question, she will answer you, honestly. So this is something you'll see with people who are the feminine and spontaneous relationship style. The other aspect is that whether Lisa Marie Presley was an introvert or extrovert, I would lean more her being an extrovert in the sense that she feels energized by being around other people. It's true that she tried to shy away from the media because it was too much. But just like with her father, she had the Memphis Mafia, quote unquote. She also had a group of people around her all the time, practically where she lived. So in other words, these are the type of people who need people around to feel energized. So if she was an introvert, she would probably need to be alone or with maybe one or two individuals to actually recharge. But it was not the case with Lisa Marie Presley. So the other aspect that points to the fact that Lisa Marie Presley was most likely in the SFP has to do with her love of charitable work. So in other words, people who are right-brain dominant, tend to be more empathetic. So this is something that they really enjoy doing for others. The other point also is that being a center perceiver or an extrovert, they tend to struggle with their finances. She was given a fortune of about $100 million when she was 25, and by the time she passed away, it dwindled down to about 16 million. And part of it had to do with the fact that she took a life insurance policy so that it would actually, help her children, meet their needs after she passed away. So this is something you'll see a lot with center perceivers compared to other personality types. So let me know if you agree or disagree with this MBTI personality type assessment by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.